interesting. Hello and welcome. Sorry I'm a little bit late. I'm not. I had things to do, and I'm here exactly when I'm meant to be here. This is as early as I could get here, and I'm glad I'm here. Hello Kriegsman, hello Revan. Thank you guys for supporting the channel, and thank you to everyone in the chat. Tonight, this evening, we'll be building Angron. We're going to try and build him completely today. We'll see. Still haven't completed Horus, but it's a work in progress. I didn't want to take that away from you guys. Yeah, we're going to be building Angron today. Angry Ron. I suppose I should really move the snarl fangs out of the way because I've been building them as well. Building them another time. So yeah, here we go. Just got to get this ready. Sorry guys, it's a bit disjointed this live stream tonight, but that should be okay. There. How are you all? Thank you for joining. Good to see you all. Right, so this is Angron, of course, Daemon Primarch of Khorne. I received them today. Thank you everyone that supports the channel, because I don't get sent any of this stuff for free. You know, I can only purchase it through the YouTube funds and your super chats and the Patreon and Element Games as well. Big affiliate link for them, for everyone, mainly in the UK. Not many people in Europe, and no one in America uses it. So no one in America is really using the affiliate link, you know, because of shipping costs and things like that, and also you can't. Games Workshop won't allow Element to ship their products over to America. So I know that none of you Americans are using that whatsoever, which is fine. I'll try and find other ways that you can support the channel. Comes in two sprues, so 2 sprue techless. I don't know if the box is the same size as techless. That box has long been you know, transformed into, hey, it probably could have been recycled into Angron's box. Who knows? Anyway, let's crack into this straight away. So you've got essentially the wing sprue, and then you've got the everything else sprue. Did I say like 77 parts? Not many parts at all. It's not 100, anything like that. So it's going to be relatively straightforward. So we start off with his chest. I hope you're all well. If you're watching this, you may have picked up some World Eaters. You may not, you know. You may be a long time collector of World Eaters, and you're looking at the models and you're thinking, not quite sure, you know. By all means, guys, you're more than welcome to join me on this World Eaters journey as I go through all of the new releases. I've got the Invocatus and the Exalted 8-bound over there. You know, I'll be unboxing and reviewing them all over this week, so I'll give you a look, because they are expensive. You know, we're now approaching sort of £37. We're approaching almost £40 a set now. Can you believe it? I mean, I don't want to spend 3 hours moaning about the prices, but wow. Yeah, it's getting quite pricey, isn't it? It was already pricey already, but yeah. So we're just going to focus on these two selection miniatures right now. See if we can get their camera angle a bit bit better, a bit more of that cutting board for you. Which is more disappointing when unboxed? Angron necklace. That's a really good. It's not a stupid question. Don't worry, Evan. I'm more than happy to answer questions. I probably would say the thing is, right, with Teclis, you know he's in a silly pose, whereas Angron, he's in quite a cool pose and he's a cool looking model. That's probably why I would say Angron's more disappointing. Just though, and that's mainly the detail. You haven't seen my other unboxings and things of the Exalted and the Invocatus, but I was more impressed with the Invocatus than Angron. I know some might say that's heresy. What's heresy? Heresy for me to say that, but actually, I didn't think that Angron was going to be too many sprues, but what I didn't bargain on is just the lack of detail. Already, if you're on the fence, I haven't even built him, but if you're on the fence, get Mortarion. Straight away, I would recommend Mortarion over Angron. Get a Death Guard army. skip World Eaters. I know that's very dangerous, me saying that, with like a viewership, a live viewership of World Eater worshippers probably, but yeah, skip World Eaters, go straight to Death Guard. Death Guard minis are nicer. Invocatus is great, Berserkers are good, but I've done a first look at the Codex, which will be out on Monday. That's a bit of a sneak peek. But yeah, I was expecting like the Death Guard Second Coming with World Eaters. They haven't done that. I'll tell you that right now. So yeah. But then again, Death Guard, I was on the fence about getting them and covering them, and I'm so glad I did, because then I ended up with them being my main like traitor army for Warhammer 40,000. Whereas these World Eaters, no, they are never going to be my second Chaos Army or main Chaos Army. I'm literally only doing all of these because of you guys, because I want to show you them. I want to show you how good, how bad they are, you know. Yeah, if I didn't have the channel, I would not have picked up any of these. So, as always, I value your support, of course. Okay, Kriegsman, that's good. Nice one. Hello, George. How you doing? Haven't seen you for ages. Thoughts on the sculpt so far? Lacking detail, lacking parts, not as fun as Mortarion. That's my go-to. I mean, I haven't built Angron yet. This Angron model is going to be quite, I say, quick to build. Definitely quicker than Mortarion, whatever. It's going to be nice to paint, I think. But yeah, again, it's just Kabanda. If you can get that wing in the, I say, right pose, then it's worth double, I'd say. It's worth spending that extra and getting Kabanda. I'd like to see the size comparison between Kabanda and Angron. I'm sure someone's already got a size comparison up on YouTube. I'd love to do one. Happily give everyone a size comparison between those two models. I'll probably be live streaming a little bit more next week. I'm just throwing that out there. I've got some time off, so with my time off, I like to spend my time off on the channel, really. So you'll see me around a bit more next week, along with the usual daily content. It'll mainly be all of these World Eaters releases, but a few reviews thrown in. So I hope you enjoy the content. I think there's going to be some pesky mould lines in this one. There's a lot of cables and things. And wings usually breed mould lines. Tail's quite funky, isn't it? So if you don't have this channel, would you rather pick up new motorcycle? I don't know. They're two completely different things, Revan. I'm not one of these people that buys new stuff all the time. Like, oh, every year a motorcycle or every year a car. I'm not one of them, Revan. No. Any vehicle, unless it's like a collector's vehicle, it is a money sink. I don't know if you know that by now, but I'm just like, you know, passing on my knowledge, because typically they go, unless it's a collector's vehicle, they typically are a money sink and they go down in value. You lose money because there's all the, you know, insurance, the tax, the maintenance. You're always spending money on vehicles. It's the same for bikes as well. Whereas Warhammer, it seems, hey, I received a book today and on eBay it's £160. You know, it seems like Warhammer's always going up. Always going up. I wonder if the market will be stagnated with second-hand Warhammer sales when the cost of living really hits people and they've got, like, you know, £700, £800 army just sat there and their food and electric is £800 a month or something. I wonder if you start seeing a lot of armies on auction websites going up. Because oil and gas companies need their profits, don't they? I'm on a bit of a rant today, I'm just getting really quite fed up with large corporations passing on, and governments passing on, the cost to regular working, hard-working people. I'm just getting really kind of like fed up with it, agitated, at breaking point. I know a few of you are, you know, especially if you've got families or kids or whatever. It's quite unfair out there at the moment. But I hope you're all well. Having said that, Mortarion. Yeah, I don't know about Mortarion being voted Model of the Year. I don't know. I wonder if it'll be Horus Ascended. Or maybe the Lion. The Lion could be. I don't know. Does building Angron make you angry? I think so. I think it's... Yeah. I think... Yeah. It's changed... Whoa. It's changed the colour of my watch band and everything. I mean, it's definitely... There's something going on with this set, isn't it? Maybe that's the ploy. Is, oh, imagine if that was. Imagine if for World Eater sets they just made you angry and Games Workshop didn't say it, and then it was some kind of like experiment, a bit like the Fallout games, where it's a secret experiment on hobbyists. Which kits make them angry? Which kits make them happy? Which kits make them sad? Can you imagine? I don't think they've. Which kits make me angry? The older Titans, definitely. Yeah. Finecast, maybe for some people, it seems. Thing is, like, metal models, Did they make me angry? No. No, they weren't too bad. If anything, they taught me how to use superglue a bit more, which I then moved that knowledge and experience over to resin models, so there is that. Hey Maxim, how you doing? When you do the review, do size comparison with the Hive Tyrant. Okay, all right. Interesting. Interesting request to do it with the Hive Tyrant. I don't have the Horus Heresy Angry Ron model. I mean, he's the same size as Slime Arbo anyway, isn't he? So there wouldn't really be much point getting the Horus Heresy Angry Ron. And in Horus Heresy, you might as well use this Angron. I mean, he's pretty much ascended in the Siege of Terror. This is sort of how I imagine him in the Siege of Terror books. I mean, that's no spoiler. He is in the Siege of Terror. Like, you know, he's one of the characters. So, but I implore you, if you haven't already, please catch up on your Siege of Terror reading, please, if you can. Even if you don't want to buy the books and you just borrow them off your friends or something like that. Or if you can't pick up the books, listen to the audiobooks. I know a few people listen to audiobooks while they're hobbying. You know, it makes a change from listening to me while hobbying. Did I get my water bill or something? Water bill? Maxim, I live in Norfolk. My water bill isn't terrible. Okay, I know it's very flat around here, but no, more like my electric and gas bill. More like my electric bill. Oh, oh. I don't know about you guys, but anybody else just going to work to charge their phone or their laptop, or is it just me? No, I know someone who is doing that at the moment. It's just I know it's crazy. People buying smaller fridges, people buying smart plugs so that they can switch their plugs off before, you know, from their phone that they've charged before they go to work, or while they're at work they can just switch their plugs off. I mean, yeah, it's getting really, people are really on it, aren't they? All about the vampire leakage of electricity to devices, not having things on standby. I mean, you know. But then what do you do if you don't have gas? If you're dependent on oil, and you have to pay the sort of £400–500 for a drum of oil for your heating. I mean, you're scuppered, aren't you? You can't really get out of that unless you have like some kind of community oil fund. I don't know. I just see a lot of unfairness to hard-working regular people trying to make ends meet, and I'm getting sick of it. This kit is making me angry. I'm also laughing a bit as well. Is it rage laughter? I don't know. Would Angron laugh? Yeah, he probably would. Right, let's get gluing, because that's quite a calming process. We've run out of extra thin, by the way. We've run out of extra thin. There is no more extra thin in there. It's all gone. And at present, my only option is to buy 3 of these from like Amazon for £20. Who can pay £20 for 3 things of glue? I don't know. Anyway, I'm refusing to do that. So it's thick all the way from now on, guys. It's thick or nothing. I'm sure the thick will be fine. Famous last words. Yeah. Okay. Fine. I've never, you know, I'll put my cards on the table here. I've never built a Bloodthirster, so I should be a complete newbie at building Angron, right? I know there are people in the chat watching right now that have built many, many Bloodthirsters, and congratulations. Would you like a cornflake? But still. And I'm probably going to pass out because of all this thick glue as well. It's another reason why I need to be doing this outside. Fumes from this glue put me to sleep proper. Okay, that's his spiky tail. There is a, yeah, horrible looking gap there that even Slaanesh won't be able to fill. Free electric and internet at work. Woohoo! What has the world come to when we're viewing work as a free electric and, you know, heating place? I mean, and internet. Well, internet. Yeah, whatever with internet. The internet at work is so slow that I probably need to have one upload, especially that 4K Angron unboxing upload. And I need to have that uploaded. It take all week to upload it. And my internet, I've got no limit on the upload and download the data, and it's a lot faster. So I don't get any benefit there. But yeah, a lot of people thought it was a Carnifex. Yeah, it does look a bit like a Carnifex tail. You're right. Yeah. Just buy a Tamiya airbrush cleaner. Airbrush cleaner. Interesting. How big is he supposed to be? I don't know how big he's supposed to be, but I can show you how big he is going to be next to Guilliman. Definitely. I've got Guilliman somewhere. I think I've even got 2 Guillimans. Or is the second Guilliman coming in the Warhammer Imperium magazine? I think that's the answer, isn't it? Anyway, we're putting his tail on quite early on in the build. And it looks like it goes on very precariously. I don't trust that at all. But here we go. Dead Space. I've been playing a lot of Dead Space recently. It's just a random thing I'm throwing out there. Really enjoyed it. Guys, if you haven't got Dead Space and you played the original, the remake, because there's two different things going around. There's a remake and a remaster of games. The remake is like from the ground up. It's absolutely amazing. It's everything that you expected it to be and more. If you've got a full like cinema surround sound system and things, it'll blow your mind. It's just incredible. Way better than Callisto Protocol. Way better. Yeah, I just got every hope that they'll remake Dead Space 2. Maybe not 3, but definitely Dead Space 2 would be awesome. Anyway, that's that section done. Let's focus on his legs because there's a few parts for his legs. The only option with this kit is just the face, really. You can have him with his jaws wide open or closed. But yeah. 13. 14. It's a bundle of cables. Hoping it's just like 3 cables. And probably not even on this sprue. Neither is 17. So 14 and 17 probably on here. There's 17. There's 14. Haha. Yeah, it's just a small bundle. So that's those. And then 15 is the other leg. This one. So his legs are in halves. But do you see what I mean? I mean, I don't know if you've watched the unboxing, but I did try and get a good close-up. But the detail on this is not... It's very subdued. Very, very subdued compared to even Mortarion. I don't know how they could have made a model. When did Mortarion come out? I want to say like 2017 Mortarion came out. So 6-year-old model. I don't know how a 6-year-old model can look better. But Mortarion does, in my opinion. Wow, look at this big loin tabard thing. So that's that. And then it shows you... So that's not the end of that leg though. You then go down there and you put on some armor plates. So 16, which is this one. And also 18, which is like a side armor panel thing. Got a feeling it's on here. Or maybe not. It's a small piece that looks like that, but that's his tongue. Oh, there it is. It's actually a claw. I thought it was a... It's the other side of the claw. So that's 18, so 16 and 18 go there. And then we'll work on the other leg, and then that's his legs and his kind of torso complete. We've then got a couple of sides, his very small power plant, and we build his face, and then we're onto his wings, and then his arms, and then some extra bits and pieces in his base, and then we're done. So yeah, we're gonna get through him quite easily tonight. I'm a bit dehydrated, so I'll probably have to be picking up some drink now and again. How old is the Bloodthirster actually? The Bloodthirster's getting on a bit, isn't it? Does Angron have many options? No, he just has a different face option. That's it. Be careful what you say about prices, AW8. Just because it's cheaper for you, it might not be cheaper for me. I've had people tell me that, you know, things are cheaper, and then obviously I'm in the UK and they're not. So I'd be very careful. It's like me saying that some Warhammer is cheaper than others, and then in America and Australia it's like double the price. What will convince you to review the Forge World Kython? If you buy it for me, Revan, that will convince me heavily. You've only used thin glue once. Yeah, all the glue, assembler, all the glue, they perform different jobs. Okay, I wouldn't suggest you just stick to one glue and stick to that one glue for everything about a model. I use the thin cement purely for any small gaps. I won't use the thin cement to glue a model. Likewise, I won't use this to glue a whole model. I'll use loads of different things and glues. So yeah, the thin cement is mainly, it can get rid of some mold lines, but I'm not a massive fan of melting stuff off models to get rid of them. I'd rather file them or scrape them off. But yeah, it's mainly the very small gaps. For me, it works well sealing the gaps, and then once that's completely dry, giving it a light file. But that's where I would go. Like, I would not use Tamiya Extra Thin just to glue a Space Marine or a Land Raider or something like that. It's just, no. They perform different functions. It's almost like I wouldn't use epoxy resin to glue a 412 miniature. You know, I'd use a mixture of thick super glue, thin super glue in tubes, the very thin super glue with brush, all kinds of things. It's whatever works for you, and you know, find a happy medium. Well, I don't know about that. I mean, yeah, we don't know what the usual customers are, but I think, you know, the main customers aren't millionaires and billionaires. I don't think it would survive if they were just those. They just don't buy as much in bulk. I think it's just, you know, people that aren't those, which is fine. But the things that Games Workshop don't do, which I've always been very vocal about, is they don't give you a discount, they don't have Black Friday, they don't have any sales on, and they don't have a reward scheme at all. I mean, crying out loud, I get points when I buy a coffee, and then I eventually get a free coffee. You know, Games Workshop are going to find themselves in a very sticky situation when all of a sudden people just can't afford to spend £400–500 every week on like new releases and things. They just can't. Or you know, by the time they get a new army, like by the time they've saved up enough money for all of these World Eaters releases, you got 10th edition. So yeah, I've never seen it as focused in the release schedule as it is right now. This is the most intense release schedule I've ever seen, ever. They are not just releasing like a codex and a model, or I mean, I know they did that for 2 armies last week, but they're releasing all of the miniatures in one go, and I think it is just too much. I think you get to a saturation point where people will go, all right, great, all of the releases for that army are out, I'll just pick them up over a year. But of course, it begs the question, like, whether Games Workshop have sort of already made their money back, even if they sell, you know, one of the new releases for that day. It does beg the question, because obviously they've spent the money for all of the R&D, they've spent the money on all of the injection molds. They're releasing it all at once because they want their money back as soon as possible. You know, and I'd like to get into the nitty-gritty of the finances in terms of, you know, what is funding this World Eaters release? Like, what specifically? Is it Primaris? Is it the Death Guard? Is it Votann? I mean, what's funding the Votann release? I mean, is all of Games Workshop's money just being distributed in different ways? I mean, what then happens if this flops? What happens if people don't buy as many World Eaters as they expect? Does that have a knock-on effect to something 2 or 3 years down the line? Because these have been being sculpted and designed and things 3 years ago. So if things aren't selling now, I don't know whether they are or not. I really don't know. But if they don't, then that could affect the releases down the line. But not for a number of years. I think Horus Heresy, Plastic Horus Heresy, has been very, very successful. And I'd like to think that things like that could fund, I don't know, like Plastic Epic 40k or 40k Titanicus. Or it just goes back into Plastic Horus Heresy again. You know. But putting it back into Forge World is a bit... Yeah, I mean, I'm all for, like, Ascended Primarchs. You know, there are rules for Horus Ascended. There aren't rules for Fulgrim Ascended or Angron Ascended. So it made sense to make Horus Ascended. But all of the other Primarchs... It's a fine line, for me, it's a fine line whether between them having that opportunity of redoing a miniature that probably was quite small at the time, well, was big at the time, but is now viewed as small, and they were cranking the Primarchs out. Maybe they didn't have enough time, and now as, you know, improvements in the model making has gone on, it gives them an opportunity to bring out a brand new kind of model for legions and things. But there's a fine line between that and double dipping, you know, for Games Workshop and Forge World, for just making a second Primarch model to double their money on those models. It's a fine line. Yeah, interesting topics this evening. Very interesting. Let me just read some more of your comments. Yeah, no worries, Sampler, no worries. Yeah, I think, personally, Kriegsman, I think JB Weld is over the top. I mean, it glues car engines together. I mean, yeah. And also, if you make your joints glue really, really strong, they're not going to break. If they don't break when they fall, the actual resin will. So instead of it breaking at the joint, which is repairable, you'll get a Titan break at the weakest point, which won't be the joint anymore. I know people that have pinned their miniatures together and they've fallen off a cabinet and they have shattered. Like, the resin has broken because they've pinned them. You know, pinning is great for like vibrations and keeping the model together when you're transporting it, but for like a sudden sharp, you know, impact, it can do a lot of harm. You'll be fine with epoxy resin. If you want to use JB Weld, that's absolutely fine, but you know, the thing is that it's whatever works for you. I mean, my Titan, I built that and it's still standing after... When did I get it, guys? What, 2015? It's almost 8 years old. No issues. And if it broke now, I'd still be absolutely over the moon that it's held together for almost a decade. I mean, yeah, fantastic. Anyway, but whatever works for you. Games Workshop, skirting the price hike issue with releasing box set. Oh yeah, all the box sets, right? The new box sets that they're bringing out, yeah. Which is cheaper, Titan or Imperial Guard Army? That's obvious. The Imperial Guard Army, because you can get like an 800-point army, and it's an army. Titans now are too expensive. Like, they were really expensive before, but now, nah, they'll get to a stage where most people just can't get them forever. Or if they're going to get them, they'll get like one, maybe. I don't know whether the lower sales will push them to make it in plastic. I don't know. I don't even know if that's possible. I think with price hikes and things going up, they should have released more weapons. Because, hey, you know, there's a lot of people, there are thousands of people with Forge World Titans that are crying out for new weapons. But yet they're bringing out resin weapons for a plastic miniature game. You know, maybe that person's bought a couple of plastic Adeptus Titanicus Titans and the box set, so they've probably spent £200–300. A Titan owner has spent at least £400. I know the volume is higher. There's probably more people that have bought Adeptus Titanicus than actual Titans. I don't know. Like I'd love to. I'm just speculating. I'd love to see the sales figures. But I think it would still be quite a cool thing for them to bring some weapons out for people that have Titans. Because the thing is, people that don't own Titans anymore will have sold them to other people, and they are now the new owners, and they might be looking for new Titan weapons. And with the advent and the rise of 3D printing and things, if there aren't options available, people will make their own options. You know, if you've spent a few £100 on a 3D printer and you've got a good computer and things like that, you know, you're going to do that. You're going to build your own. If you're frustrated that there aren't, you know, the miniatures and the sculpts out there, you are going to take to your own creations. Of course you are. You know, you've spent £1,000 or so on a Titan. You want it to look different all the time. But yeah, third party big boxes. Third party seems best way to go. Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely. I totally agree. I'd recommend that all the time if you can get the big boxes from third party sellers, because you know you're not only getting a discount from Games Workshop because you've got miniatures in a main box set, but then on top of that, you're getting that 20% discount. And then if you're using like the Element crystal code and things, you're getting 1, 2, 3 savings, getting 3 discounts. It's a no-brainer. It really is. Poor Hammer, yeah, nice. Oh, thanks, Ed. Thanks. I am on a bit of a roll. I've done a little bit of exercise today, just very recently. So, yeah, I am on a bit of a exercise high, I guess you call it. It's this kit, you know. It's this angry kit. It's just bringing my anger out, I guess. Yeah, maybe. I don't think this kit is making me angry. It's a fine kit. It's not my first ever Khorne model though. I do have a Bloodletter and a champion, Khorne champion somewhere. Skulltaker? Is that the guy? Maybe I should release those reviews. I'd need to find the rules though. Anyway, I've completely misplaced which goes where. So this is this one, and we're going to do his other leg in a moment. Well, I thought that would go in there. And it does, with a little bit of jiggery pokery. We've got these cables, which we have prepared. They they split. Oh, that's quite cool. I like them. It's quite a nice little piece. There we go. And they want us to join them together. I'm just going to dry fit this because it's a brand new kit and I'm not that familiar with it. So all of the flat sides on this, it seems. Yeah, please do put in the comments which is your favourite out of all of these World Eater releases. Maybe it is this model. Maybe it is Angron. What would you like to pick up? I'm really looking forward to that Invocatus. Looks great. I think someone put a comment today, I can't remember who, but someone put a comment like they wanted to get the Invocatus or Eternus, and they're both really nice minis. I'd go for the Invocatus because the box is chef's kiss compared to any of the Age of Sigmar boxes. I've become a box snob. I really have. They all go in the recycle bin, obviously, but I've become one of these. Yeah. What can I say? I like my box art, you know. I wonder whether they'll ever stop wrapping the boxes in that plastic cellophane. I wonder. Is it to stop any of the little parts from eventually coming out of the boxes? I don't know, it just seems, yeah. So this goes on not the way you expect, with the lip at the bottom, but it goes in quite nicely. That's what she... No, don't. Okay, right. So put that in there. And then the other, it's not really a dew claw, is it? It's just a claw. Dew claws are normally like up there on a dog or a cat. Do cats have dew claws? They must do, right? Or is it only dogs? I'd have to look that up. Right, so that's one leg of... Now, they say here, they've numbered it. So 1, 2, 3. So you put that leg on first, then the loin thing, and then this leg. So this leg is what we're going to be cutting out next. So it's part 20, which happens to be this one. See, already we've made quite a big dent in the parts off of this sprue already. 21, so this is cable somewhere. Not on that sprue. Well, there they are. Oh wow, there's a load more comments. Apologies. Yeah, I agree, Scarlett. Yeah, massive letdown. I don't know what they're smoking over there. They should have just kept the resin ones. Fully kept the resin ones. I mean, people can say, "Oh, that's gatekeeping and stuff," because you know can only afford the. If you want a Legion specific one, you can only afford like the resin one. Okay, right. Well, it's a luxury sort of hobby product anyway. I just don't think that that's the answer to bring out resin, torso, and heads. And I think I do think that head is already part of the torso. and unless it's two pieces, they haven't really said, have they? But I think it's sculpted in. I think it's just that torso with the head already in it. We'll see though. We'll see eventually, because they're going to do it and they're going to release it. So, you know. Yeah, I just don't think that was the answer. The answer was not to make all the torsos, to keep the current resin range there, but to build on the Leviathan range and, I don't know, bring back the resin weapons. Just an idea, you know? For those people that wanted the resin weapons, I mean, there's no reason why they don't have them. They have the Leviathan ones, so they can't keep using the excuse of stock space, of warehouse space. They can't keep using that. Not when they're pumping out made to order Lord of the Rings and made to order shoulder pads and heads and things like that. They can't keep using that excuse. I think it's this one that's been staring at me. Yeah, this one right here. This knee pad armor. 23. And 24 is one of the first spikes. That's right here. I've got a feeling this is going to be quite a spiky miniature. And then that's almost half the model done. We've got a few of the tassets to put on, his power plant and his back, and then we're going to deal with his face. And then we're on to the wings. That quick. We're stonking through this, aren't we, guys? My limit is about 10 o'clock tonight. That's my limit. Whoa, nearly. We nearly had blood for the blood god right there. We nearly had that. If Angron is thrown against against the wall by a frustrated modeler, will the model remain intact and come back to life? Yeah, the rules are included, Ed. The rules say that he can reappear on the battlefield. Yeah. Yeah, but Revan, they don't need to tiptoe. Like, it really bugs me when not specifically Games Workshop, but any kind of company tiptoe or tip their toe. Like, why? Like, they didn't with Death Guard. They went fully in with Death Guard, and it paid off. You know, they've expanded Death Guard massively, and I think they should have done the same with World Eaters. I don't think they should have dipped their toe into this Legion, because only dipping their toe in with World Eaters, what does that say when they're gonna release Emperor's Children or Iron Warriors or something like that? I mean, Emperor's Children, I want them to go fully in with Slaanesh. That's what Slaanesh would want. So yeah, I hope they don't. But this is what I said in my videos today. It just feels like they're holding back, which doesn't feel right for an army that has berserkers and is very melee focused. Doesn't feel right them holding back. They should have gone all the way in. World Eaters and just the tip, they don't go well together in the same sentence. Will you finish the reviews, Drakari? Will you? Oh God, this is causing me a headache. Will you finish the reviews, Drakari reviews for the Blood of the Phoenix box? That was many years ago. The Drakari reviews. Did I review the Drakari in the Blood of the Phoenix? Or did I just do the Eldari? I can't remember now. Maybe I didn't do the Drakari. If I didn't do the Drakari, apologies, but that was mainly because Blood of the Phoenix. What Drakari was in? Oh, it was the I'm gonna have to Google that. I can't remember. Was the Drakari in Blood of the Phoenix? Apologies if I didn't, but I would have thought I would have, because all of the rules were in there for them. Oh, nice one. Oh, well, that's good if they're working on Emperor's Children. Well, it's not weird, Scarlett. You've already answered it in your comment. It's deliberate. Let's not. We're not. No one's beating around the bush here. No one needs to be polite in this. They are. The models are ready. They've released the models. They're there. It's all by design. You know, I don't want to beat on them too much, but yeah, you've answered the reason right there. Why would you? Why would you release a combat patrol with these new miniatures in, that gives you a nice saving, not a huge saving, but a nice saving? Why would you release them at the same time? Like, why would you release a special edition novel and a hardback novel and a softback novel all at the same time? Profit, money. Capitalism. You know, do we need to say more? You know, I don't. I think it's a sad fact, but this hobby that we all know and love, and we're passionate about, and we have an emotional connection because we find different aspects of the hobby that speak to us on some level, and it's a hobby that I always go back to, no matter what kind of, I say, situation, circumstance I'm in. There's a lot of positivity in the hobby for me, and that might be the same for you guys too. So there's that emotional connection, and it's so easy to get lost in that connection with your hobby without taking a step back, an abstract view of what they are. They are a business. They are there to make money. They don't make these models to give you happiness. They don't make these models for you. They make these models to make money. That's what they do. And they are very good at it. They use a lot of tricks. And some of the tricks I explain. You know, and they do bring a lot of joy and positivity. But it's always useful to just take a step back sometimes. And it's one of the reasons why I do this channel, why I make this content, is to show you guys what you will be getting, what you could be getting when spending all this money. And I hope it's helpful. I hope it has been helpful. I know a few people have purchased products and things because of my recommendations, you know. But yeah, that you've answered the question. They're not going to do it. too early, because they would lose potential sales. They're not going to lose any money, okay? They're just going to lose potential sales. They're going to their profit margin will be less. Still going to be high, but it's just going to be less if they did that. Just be patient. Be patient. They look really cool. The Invocatus looks amazing. The Comberserkers, there's 20 of them in the box, you know. Well, in the Combat Patrol box. We can all be patient, I'm sure. I don't know. Can World Eaters players be patient? Now that is a question I'd like to find out. He bought Khorne the Betrayer. Oh, nice one, Brandon. Nice one. Yeah, Khorne Betrayer's cool mini. Well, I will definitely be re-reviewing Khorne the Betrayer. I think I only picked Khorne up 2 years ago now. It was, I don't know why. I honestly don't know why I picked him up. But I'm glad I did, because now I can review him and compare him to his father, I guess. Oh, the Incubi, thank you. I think I reviewed Drazar and his 5-man band of... I definitely did review Drazar. I definitely did. He's in the Blood of the Phoenix. I definitely reviewed Drazar. I think I did. I think I'm surprised Games Workshop didn't make the updated Red Butchers. Who says they didn't, George? Who says they're not locked up in a cupboard somewhere? It's possible, isn't it? This release does feel like they're holding things back. That's what I'm going to say. It just doesn't feel like everything is there. Death Guard, I felt like that. I felt like everything was there. And Sisters of Battle, to some extent, it still didn't stop them having a go at Gundam though, and releasing a load of battle suits. The Sacrosancts were nice though, and the tank was quite cool, if not very pricey. But yeah, they probably have already designed and made all of the upgrades and expansions for World Eaters, but you know, they probably have them all on computers somewhere, and then they just have to, you know, send it off, get those injection molds done, and then start production. Anyway, that spike is pretty cool. It's nice. We've done that leg, so let's put all of this together. I've talked a lot in this live stream, but if you ever watched a live stream before, you're probably used to my rambling. And I am able to talk for sort of 3 hours straight. I know. It's a bit too much, and I'm going to need to remedy that. I thought I filed the top of that, but it lies. That'll be fine. So this, where do we go from here then? So it's kind of all of that edge. Okay, so we'll pop that on. I didn't do the Scourges, Hellions and the Venom. The Scourges, the Hellions and the Venom. Oh yeah, the Hellions. Are the Hellions the ones on the floaty things? Can't even remember if I built the Venom. I honestly can't remember them. I'm going to have to look back. Am I going to review Warhammer Joy Toy? Nope. Nope, I'm not going anywhere near the figurines. It does help a lot that you love the hobby yourself, and it shows. Yeah, I do love the hobby. Like, I do say a few negative things now and again, but as I've always said, that comes from a raw passion of the hobby. Like, because I know they can do better. You know, I know they can, and that's where it comes from. It comes from the passion of the hobby, and you know, my expectations are pretty high, you know. But then again, they should be. There are people's expectations that are high of, you know, Apple maybe, for instance. And it's a similar kind of frustration when Apple make some odd design choices. Those people like the Apple products and things, they get very vocal about it. Similar kind of thing with Games Workshop and Forge World. And I'm in a nice position where I can say call them out. It's not really that, is it? It's not, you know. I don't do drama. Like, I know I've gone on a bit today, but there are plenty of other people on the internet, on YouTube, that go on the drama train and the hype train. And I'd say I'm quite down to earth when it comes to like reviews and things. But I'll always try and offer solutions if I moan about certain things. Ways for them to improve, not just moan about why it's bad, because then it's quite productive that way. Although there are things that I can just moan about and I can't offer any solution. Well, books. Their paper quality is absolutely shocking nowadays. Solution? Go back to decent paper quality. You know, they can do it. They give you good paper quality for some of the hardbacks. They give you good paper quality for the special editions for £40, things like that. They should be able to give you good paper quality for hardbacks, especially at the price. You know, when other publishers that aren't printing them mass produced in China are giving you better paper quality. So if they can do it, you know, Black Library surely can. I haven't been helpful as I've convinced you to spend all your money. Yeah. Well, you know what, Maxim? I think it goes both ways. Every day when I wake up and I see this, you know, I think of you and how you got me to spend my money. And that goes for everybody else that's watching. If I've ever helped you spend your money or not spend your money, you know, you probably remember the times when I've helped you spend your money more than the times when I've dissuaded you, possibly. You know, I'm pretty sure I don't make everything sound good. Surely. Oh, he's taking shape. He's almost as big as Be'lakor. Oh, he is an angry one, this one. He's an angry rod. He's an angry rod. Oh, I'm just lost, aren't I, on this? Right. Let's try and put that on, maybe. There's a gap there. I don't like that gap. Slaanesh would, but I don't. Anyway, that goes on. Oh, that's quite a nice pose already. But he's still not as big as the Imperial Fist Praetor. I might have to get him out in a little bit later. Please do a video as many size comparisons as Angron when he's completed, especially with Bloodthirst. Whoa, hang on. Don't have any Bloodthirsters. I'll stop you right there. Demon Princes. I do have a Demon Prince. I can give you a size comparison. Anybody wants to send me Commander, I'll happily do a size comparison with Commander. That'd be fantastic. Thank you. Yeah. Do you have a Commander model? No, Shane. If you can send me yours, that'd be perfect. Thank you. I'll do it. The Rogue Idol. The Rogue Idol, it's a nice model, but I'm sorry, but it's lower in my list, in my tier, in my resin tier, than this beautiful girl, my Bay. She is just, you didn't think that you'd be seeing this beautiful sight on a Saturday evening, did you? But I'm spoiling you guys. I'm spoiling her. She's absolutely gorgeous. It's my Bay. Yeah, still haven't painted her, obviously. You know, I can just throw a load of, I can just wash her. I can put a load of wash on her and she's done. Contrast, anyone? Right, we're getting there with Angry Ron. A lot of energy in this live stream, I have to say, a lot of energy. 28. This is where we put the tassets on and we fill up those gaps. So 28. Where are you? You're right. This kit is making me a bit angry. There it is. The real question, pop quiz: how many skulls does Angron's model have? The winner gets an Angron model. No, I'm not going to give away an Angron model. I'd rather give away a Techless model. Same number of sprues, did you hear? Right, so his power plant, 30? Yeah, there it is. Quite an odd power plant. It's more akin to a Noise Marine power plant. Why does he still have his power plant? There's so many things I could say about the Siege of Terror, but I'm just not going to. And hopefully no one else will. 29. Right. You see, it's one of these kits where you go back and forth between these sprues. 31. So this is like these back. Oh, look at this kit. This piece. It's quite nice. Yeah, I'm looking forward to putting the wings on him. We should easily get to the wing stage today. We've got Sanguinius over there. He's my wingman. If anything kicks off with Angron, I know he's got it covered. Of course he's got it covered. He's Sanguinius. Maxim's Lego Fantasies. Hey, I don't know about you guys, but did anyone see the Rivendell Lego set? Wow. It's got like 14 minifigs or something, and it's got the ring as a little Lego piece. It looks really cool. However, it looks like it takes up a big amount of space. So storage wise, I don't know. Still trying to find a space to put the Razor Crest. But yeah, I hope that's a sign of things to come, because if you go on the Lego store, like Lego Lord of the Rings is actually a new tab now. So I'm hoping they've got some more. Oh, Helm's Deep, come on. You know me by now, when the Lego kits I've made, I haven't really got many grey Lego kits, have I? I think I need another one in the collection. So Helm's Deep it is. No, I'm pleased they're doing Lord of the Rings again. They used to bring out Lego Lord of the Rings kits, didn't they? Quite a while ago. I don't know, is there like a resurgence for Lord of the Rings or something? It's a bit, you know, we've got Games Workshop releasing kits, we've got Lego releasing Lego sets. Odd, isn't it? I guess you could say that about Star Wars, really. I mean, you know, in the past few years, we've had a Lego Millennium Falcon, we've had an AT-AT, we've had the Star Destroyer. Probably we're going to get the Death Star at some point, another one. Yeah, definitely a resurgence in these kits. I make everything sound British. I could make a bottle of water sound British. Okay. You don't particularly want all the Primarchs to return. Yeah, I feel the same. Definitely. I'd like Fulgrim to return though. Mortarian's good. Angron. I could take Angron, take him or leave it. I would have preferred Fulgrim though. I really would have. What are the Lorgar? Nah, see you later. We've already got Magnus. Perturabo, no, see you later. Who else have we got? Who else have we got after out of all them? Am I missing anyone? Are we going to get a Demon Lehman Russ? Can you imagine? Imagine all the Lehman Russ collectors. Not only do they get the worst looking minis, they also get a demon version of their own Primarch. The line is coming, definitely. The line is coming. I don't think Dawn will come back. I don't think. People will be quoting this video in like 2 years' time. Super said Dawn wasn't going to come back. Vulcan kind of has to come back. Let me just read more of your... Oh. Soup's getting bankrupt this year. What, with the line coming out? Nah, the new Dark Angels box set is trash, so I don't have to experience that. Yeah, I mean, if they release a War Master this year, then yeah, I'm definitely going to be filing for bankruptcy, definitely. Or I'll probably just live in Maxim's basement with my rogue idol. I noticed, Sampler, that you missed out my boy. You missed out Sanguinius over here. Yeah, he's definitely returning. What if the Tyrians consume a Primarch? Ooh, ooh. I think they'll suffer some pretty horrific heartburn. You know what Games Workshop are like. They're like, someone will eat Gilliman and then he'll just like fist his way out. I'm sure there's like some kind of Jim Carrey film about that. You really want Korax to come back? I do too, so that they actually make a decent model of him. Okay, Mordon's not too bad on that piece. I have a basement. I have a basement whereas I need space. You have a basement, okay. All right, well, basement it is then, guys. Out of all the resin Primarchs though, which ones would you like to see ascended? Because as I say, like I think you could proxy Angron as like the ascended one now that we've got him in plastic. I don't think Forge World would go that far to release another resin Angron. Who knows though? Maybe they will. Yeah, I don't know about this. Or this. I think this goes in quite nicely. Yeah, that is superb, the way that goes in. So we'll just set this up. Like so. And then this one, hang on, let's just put this thing on his power plant. So they want you to, okay, all right. It's a bit strange how that goes on, but there we go. And that will attach to the power plant. Now let's give this another go. Okay, so it does go in, but it's a tight one, guys. All right, just giving you a PSA there. It is tight. Sorry. You need to wiggle it in as well. God, I hope people aren't just listening to this live stream. Okay. Alright, yep. Eventually, slots in quite nicely. You have a basement? Question mark. Oh, okay. It would be cool to have like a basement with all the Warhammer and things in, with all display cabinets. You know, a bit like Hannibal Lecter's like basement, where he has all those fridges and where he, you know, keeps all of his victims' parts and things, I guess. But just have Warhammer instead. That would be, you know, like they have people on YouTube, adult Lego collectors. They also have that, don't they? They also have their basements full of Lego, like full Lego cities and things. I would just like one of Forge World's displays, like one that they're going to retire. I'd just say, well, how much for that? Or can you donate that? I don't know. I think that would be pretty awesome. They wouldn't donate it. They'd want some money for it, clearly. But, right, so this is the start of the Butcher's Nails, I believe. He's looking more and more like is it a Sangeli from Halo? So many references today. I'm really throwing them out, aren't I? Yeah, I want to say that goes on there. Give that a gentle pinch. Quite a few people today watching the live stream, so hello if you're new to the live stream. Hope you're enjoying this live build. The wings are going to be a bit of a project, definitely. We're going to have him with his jaws open. Hope no one objects, but whenever I see his jaws open, I just have that image that he can swallow people whole. If you know, you know. Just putting that out there. Right, so we need blue. We're going to go for the blue build guide, which is 30. I wonder if it's on this sprue actually. 32. Yeah, it is. Here he is. Here's his little face. .32. His tongue is number 34. It's right here. Quite a big tongue. And 33 is the... I don't think it's on this sprue though. I think it's over here. That's 36, so we don't use that one. We use this one. Here it is. So yeah, no real options compared to Mortarion. Mortarion, you can have him in 2 different poses. I think Angron, you cannot. You can only have him in that pose, in the pose that he comes with. You know, the only option is just the head, the face. So, and then we're on to the wings. Look how big the wings are. They're quite nicely sized. 41 is the first wing. We'll put his face together in a moment. Just wanted to clip out one of the wings. There you go. And the arm attached to that is 40. I wonder if they're gonna have him on the big display in Forge World now, because that is mainly Khorne versus Ultramarines and there's so many titans, and hey, just search like Forge World video Super Saiyan or something, and you'll probably see my video of it. But they might include him somewhere on it now, because they've got loads of bloodthirsters and things, even the big greater bloodthirster from Forge World too. So Magnus has a few options. Yeah, he does. He does have a few options. Right, let's put his face together. Put his face on. We're getting through him quite quickly. On track for 10 o'clock. I'm not rushing, but it'd be nice to have the wings done soon. Because I want to see the size of this axe and the sword and things. It'd be good to have the miniature, you know, with the wings almost complete, ready for the weapons. I mean, ideally I'd like to have him complete tonight and show you him next to Demon Prince from the Slaves of Darkness that I made. And I've got Be'lakor as well, which you can use in 40k. Okay, so quite a bit of fine work going on here. Don't really want any mould lines on his face or the butcher's nails. I'll go through some of his rules as well as we're going along. Right, so with his jaw, you put the tongue in like that, so it just goes in like that. Okay. Oh, it goes in the other way. Like that. Sorry, I have to make a silly noise. Obviously, I do. Oh no. Got the tongue stuck. Don't you hate it when you get your tongue stuck, guys? Right. Okay, we're just going to dab a little bit of glue on the rim, and that will just slide in nice and gently. Fantastic. Then they sort of put them on at the same time. So they put that on. That looks strange, doesn't it? Just have it like that, shall we? and then they put that on top. It looks more like a mask than it all being one, but hey ho, we'll go for it. Okay, so, and then we will be very, very careful with the amount of glue for this face. Should be the right amount. The pressure, there's so much pressure. That looks cool. I like that. Very, very cool. I like how some of the butcher's nails are just like frayed out, like they've been pulled out. If you know, you know. Right, so we've got some more cables and things. That's not the end of this. 39 and 35. There's 39. On the top, and 35 is to the side. Some tubing. It's your classic sort of chaos tubing that looks a bit like flesh, and it has ribs on it and things. Let's get some of these fingers ready. So we'll start off with 43 at the top. Keep these in order. 43, oh, that's 42. Hang on a minute. Or was that 42? I think that was 42. That's 43. 44, 45 and 46. Yes, we are in the right place. It's nice that they're numbered, but they're numbered in order. It's quite cool. I'll read the chat in a moment. And then that wing is done, and then they go for the other wing. So we might as well just get that wing ready as well. On the other side. Oh, I had planned on getting the wings and his body and everything done before 9 o'clock, and I think I will, you know. 48, which I think is this piece. You know, there's still a load of cables and other bits and pieces to do, but I'd like to have like a live piece counter in the bottom right for whenever I take a piece off the sprue. That would be quite cool, wouldn't it? Much like Khorne's kill count that he has in his visor. So there's 51. So this is again at the top. Of course it's 51, 52, 53. And 54. Right, let's not get them mixed up or out of order. And then that's the wings on. And then there's some cabling, and then we're on to the arm weapons. And then we've got like chest plate, shoulder pauldrons, the icon, and the base to do. And then we're done. So we end up with the base. So let's just finish off these cables on the top of him, and then we'll devote the rest of the time to the wings. And we've got, as I say, then we've got the weapons, some shoulder stuff, and then the base, and we're done. Possibly get that done by 10, I think. Grab a drink. Has actually been like an hour and a half, hasn't it? It's okay. I've been drinking while I've been sat here. It's fine. I will get Bellicor down for you though. Oh, I have to call him down like the dove from above. If anyone's old enough to remember that, because I am getting old now. Not quite as old as Dumbledore, but right, there we go. That's Bellacore. We'll put Bellacore there. Why not? Oh, yes, I am wearing an orange top. Sneakily saw my orange top. Blood orange. Yes, yes. Very fast sampler, yeah. It's definitely a blood orange. Right. Just this selection of cabling. I thought that the mould lines would be worse. Touch wood. Hopefully yours won't be bad either. But they've been okay so far. Not much to complain about. And being British, that's the one thing I'm good at. Complaining. I'm even complaining about complaining right now. Complainception. Okay. I like all the different paint jobs the community have done for Angron already. They haven't, you know, stuck to the usual red. They've used a plethora of colour ranges, options, colour options. Right, so let's put this big, oh, almost disappeared into nothing. So that will fit on quite nicely there. That looks really cool. I like that. Yeah. So let's put that on. So there is a bit of a gap there, as you can see. There's a gap there in his. Okay, that's resolved that then. Okay. I can't believe I missed that. Right there. So yeah, I was talking about Dead Space earlier. I always like to talk about things that I'm enjoying. Kind of got to the end of Dead Space now. I'm about to platinum the game. But another game that wasn't even on my radar is Nintendo well, Retro Studios. They've only gone and remastered Metroid Prime. And that was one of my favourite Nintendo games. So I might have to take a look at that. It looks fantastic. They've done this strange thing though. They've released the digital edition, so the download now, and the physical isn't coming out until start of March. Yeah, it's a bit bizarre, but you know, so I think some people might have to wait if they want the physical edition of it. I don't know, there's just something about going on different planets and things and exploring. You know, I definitely think that I prefer sci-fi, science fiction than kind of like the fantasy setting. I do like the fantasy setting, don't get me wrong, but right, well, which holes does this, oh, so they go in that, okay. Got to find the right holes, guys. Okay. So let's put these in. So they sort of go on his neck there. And then they go under his chin, his jaw. Yeah, I think I got that right. Yeah, you have. You have, super. That's it for those cables, and that's it for him for a while. Let's he's looking quite chunky. Let's work on these wings. I want to prepare both of the wings completely before I move on to anything else. So let's put these in order. At this point, I'll probably go and have a break or something, maybe a little earlier. Yeah, what is everybody building at the moment? Oh, you're building Elucidian Star Striders. Nice one, Maxim. Nice one. Red Sampler, you're building 2 carts from the Shadow Spear set. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Miniature Marine, you're building Blightlord Terminators. What do you think of Hogwarts Legacy? I haven't bought it. It wasn't really on my radar. You know, if it probably will come out on Game Pass. It's Warner Brothers. There's a few Warner Brothers games on Game Pass, so I'll probably pick it up on that rather than buy it. It's not on my radar to get. You know, Resident Evil 4 remake is on my radar there, so I'll be picking that up. But no, I wasn't planning to pick up Harry Potter game. Well, sorry, Hogwarts Legacy, should I say. Don't think it has Harry Potter in it at all, does it? Long time coming though, you know, for anyone that likes Harry Potter games. I think it's been a while since we've had one. I mean, I just hope people can enjoy it for what it is, a wizard game with magic and creatures and, you know. I hope the music's on point too. You know, John Williams does such a fantastic job in composing soundtracks and themes that you then eventually go on to associate with those universes, you know. Iconic, very memorable. I think he did Jaws, I think he did Star Wars, he did Jurassic Park, Home Alone. There is no end to that man's talent. Again, that Fallen Dynasty, I think that's coming to Game Pass though, I think. So I'll probably be going for that as well. What did I get? I had a good run of new games. You know, I got God of War in November, and I completely platinumed that. And then I got Dead Space, what, a couple of weeks ago or so, and I'm about to platinum that. And then Resident Evil next month, probably with Metroid Prime in between. So I'm doing well for video games. I'd probably say I'm doing more Warhammer than anything though. You'd expect me to be doing that. It's just a lot of releases. I'm trying to get some more Gloomspite Gitzo content out for everyone because I think people have some nice comments about them. I built a Snarlfang Rider. Maybe I'll show you one of those. Yeah, here he is. Really, really cool. Surpassed my expectations. Look at that. That's incredible. It's gorgeous. Better than I expected. Really, really nice kit. It just takes me a bit of time to build them. They're straightforward to build, but I just like to spend a bit of time building them. Yeah, there's a load of Gloomspite Gits unboxings and reviews coming. Because my main focus for 2023 was Slaves to Darkness, which is kind of finished, isn't finished. I will pick up that Combat Patrol or Vanguard set, whatever you want to call it, just to flesh out the army. And I will pick another Eternus or Demon on mount, and I'll probably do a separate review at some point. But the main focus this year was World Eaters, which I'm part way through, as you can see, and Slaves to Darkness. Everything else is like a massive bonus if I can cover it. I mean, in my Horus Heresy schedule, I've got so much content for you guys. I probably could release a video a day of just Horus Heresy stuff for a month or two. So don't worry about that. Yeah, Angron is pretty veiny. It's a pretty veiny Primarch. That's no Space Wolf. There's no wolves on Fenris. They do look cool, and I've pre-ordered the jet bikes, so I'll be showcasing those. Hopefully they'll arrive on release day, but I'm not sure. They've got all kinds of product issues and things at the moment, so we'll see. We'll see if they'll release next Saturday. If they don't, I'll get a review out to you guys as soon as I possibly can. You know I do. And then we've got the Cerberus tank and the Typhon, of course. It'd be nice to give you comparisons with the resin kits for both of those models. Okay, so the wings. I think that's, yeah, it's strange, like where a vein becomes a mold line and vice versa. You got to be on it with these veiny pieces. Luckily, the fingers don't need much work. Although I haven't built too many things with claws or fingers. Looks at Tyrannid collection. Okay, all right, that's stand corrected. I mean, I don't think Archaon was bad. I've got Archaon is massive though, isn't he? I mean, such a cool, fun model. Probably the biggest Age of Sigmar model I've got. I think this year there's just going to be a lot of Horus Heresy reviews. Maybe not as many as last year, but... Oh, no, there definitely will be, sorry. Yeah, there will be more Horus Heresy reviews and unboxings this year than last year. But more Age of Sigmar than 40k, I think. Because I want to release all the Grimspike Kits stuff. Anyway, going off on one. He's the biggest plastic mini. Yeah, he is. He's really, really cool. Okay, that's those done. We'll just do the main wing itself. We will glue things onto this wing before we start the other one. We might as well, because it'd just be great to have at least one wing finished, glued, before we put them both on his body. Becoming harder and harder to see the mold lines on this one there. I don't know what to do about this piece here. That's where it was attached to the sprue. There's a few cheeky mold lines in places, like on some of the accessories that dangle off of his wing. So you just got to keep an eye out for them. They'll stick out like a sore thumb after you've painted and shaded the wings. I mean, it's reversible. It's all reversible, even if you've sprayed it, just to give it a quick file. You know, you can paint over, you know, this plastic with their paints, but it's always best to give an undercoat. Helps the paint stick and all that. Okay, I think that's done. Yeah, that didn't take me as long as I expected it to. Right, let's glue all the pieces on it then. So let's kick off with this itself. So that follows that line there. Yeah, that goes on quite nicely. But it only glues on two parts. The rest is reserved for the other arm, would you call it? So yeah. So we put that there. And then we can straight up put that on too. Like that. I'm very interested to see how this will go on, so I'm just going to cheat a little bit and see. So I'm guessing something like that, like quite far back. Yeah, that's going to look cool, like it does. So that will be joined by his other arm, which is a bit more stable. Okay, so fingers for these. Let's see how these go on. They should go on quite nicely. We're multitasking here. We're going to go for 2 at once. Yeah. Good, good. It's sort of making me want to collect a Horus Heresy World Eater's army now. I definitely might check it out. But I think six is enough, right? Six is enough. So let's kind of fill this gap, see if I can fill this gap. To really give it a good shake so that it hits some of this. I don't think it will. I think it's oh no, there's still a little bit. So it hits the brush somewhere. Well, I hope you're doing well. Hope you're enjoying the live stream. Whatever you're building, whatever you're painting, hope that's going well for you. I think it would be cool if each one of these fingertips, like that was a skull and the blade or the spike, the claw, sorry, was coming out the mouth of the skull. Who am I though, right? Maybe that's just not possible. Maybe there were enough. Maybe they already hit their skull quota on this model. It's not hard. There's a few skulls on this one, isn't there? But anyway, let's clean up this wing, and then I think we can attach them. Wow, And then we've only got like 3 pages left. That is it. We've just got 1, 2, 3 after we put the wings on. So we are storming through it. I'm not sure we're going to finish. I hope we do, but 10 o'clock is my limit. I wish I could stay around for longer, but and you would think, oh yeah, super, it's Sunday tomorrow, you can. No, I can't. I have to do things on a Sunday very early as well. So, but I wish I could. Maybe people just think that I've just done 3 hours live streaming today. Maybe, but that would be incorrect too. I've pretty much been recording and editing videos since about 7:30 this morning, and I think I finished at about 3:30 in the afternoon, and then came back on here for about 6:30. How is the new Angron set? It's all right. It could be better. I prefer Mortarion. I'm not getting the ooh ah factor as I did with Mortarion. But then again, you know, I'm building this off the back of Horus Ascended. I mean, any model is going to be a bit lukewarm next to that. But I'm glad I built Angron first. He deserves to be first. He loves being first. First off the ship, first on the planet, first to do this, this and this. He's a little bit competitive. I don't blame him too much. A lot to do with it is his butcher's nails, isn't it? You know, they're giving him pain. You know, they're big motivator to push himself and to get further. But sometimes that fury just isn't enough. You need the control. And the old world eaters, they do lose control. Rage will only get you so far. Well, technically it'll get you to the gates of the Emperor's Palace, but, you know, that being said, I mean, he is familiar, and I wonder if people would have that opinion if they didn't release Kabanda. Like, if they didn't release Kabanda and they just released Angron, I wonder if people would, you know, have a better reception to him. He is very Bloodthirster-esque, but then again, he's from Khorne. I'm not defending him. I just think you're right. I think there's a lot of kind of Khorne Bloodthirster demon type miniatures out there. Which is why I think Fulgrim, which is why I think Mortarion was so outstanding, except for that leaked photo. And I think that Fulgrim as well will be so different to what we've seen before. You know, Khorne models, they do follow this very similar strict aesthetic, don't they? Nice. You think he has the saddest backstory of all the Primarchs? Yeah, it's a very sad one. It is a very sad one. Mortarion's is yeah. Yeah. I agree with you there. Did we get around to doing this? We did, but and that's, yeah, happy with that. So just this piece, and then we can put it all together. We can put the wings on, and then we're on to the weapons. Weapons are very easy. Literally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces for the axe, and 2, 3, 4 pieces for the sword. Just got a couple more cables to connect the wings to his body. So we're getting there. We'll do the arms in the next 10, 20 minutes. And then we've just got to add some, a few other bits and pieces on him, and the base, and then we're done. I will try and push it past 10 o'clock. I'll try and complete him tonight. FYI, I don't think Mortarion was this quick. I think he took me longer. Oh, we have a squeaker. Yeah, I think Mortarion took me longer to put together. And I have been talking a lot in this live stream, which does affect the speed. Okay, that's that done. I think, trying to look here, yeah, you've got to be on the ball with wings in general. But I think that is, yeah, cool. Right, let's put these pieces together then. A similar sort of story as the other wing. Nearly went for the extra thin then. Hi Super, how's it going? Are you going to be playing the new Hogwarts Legacy game? Hi Stig, I'm doing very well, thank you. Good to hear from you. I won't be getting that game recently because I picked up Dead Space, which was obviously like what, 60, 70 quid, and it will probably come out on Game Pass or something, knowing them. So, and I pre-ordered Resident Evil next month, so I don't think I'll be able to give it enough time that it needs before Resident Evil comes out. I'd like to get it, don't get me wrong, I would like to get the Hogwarts game, but I would probably live stream it as well if I got it. Okay, that's this arm done for that wing. We can put the fingers on, the finglets. Okay, right, here we go. 2 at a time. There we go. Right. They join up nicely. Probably worth a clean up after you've done that though. Right, so wings. Time to put the wings on. More detail than Bellacore? I don't know. I don't know. At least they don't have a load of chains and things coming off of them. Now, the way they want you to put his wings on is a little something like that. There are designated kind of holes for them to go on, so we'll try that. This glue isn't the best. It glues quite slowly, I'd like to say. It's one wing on. Maxim, don't tempt me. I know how you like spending my money. I would actually rather get Metroid Prime Remastered. I'm sorry to say, but I'd rather spend the money on that. I'll probably have a look at some reviews and things of the Hogwarts game. You would rather get Lego Rivendell and live stream it? I would actually. I would actually rather get Lego Rivendell. Okay, so let's put this wing on. Oh, these wings do look pretty cool. So this wing goes in there quite nicely. So his wings are kind of upright out the way. No one's going to be pulling them wings off. Could they even pull his wings off? I don't know. Like, is there a force that could pull his wings off? Maybe that new Primaris Redemptor Close Combat Dreadnought could. No, he couldn't. He'd get thrown away by Angron. Just get tossed away like a piece of crumpled up paper. That's his wings done. Looks pretty armless right now. Sorry, I've been waiting ages to do that joke. Right, let's just prop him up. Someone please give him a hand. Right, stop it. I don't know where we can sort of like, should we lean him on Sanguinius? I mean, he's done it before. Oh, come on. Just put him on his side that's glued sooner. There you go. Hopefully that'll stay. If that wing falls off now, I will cry live. Right, so 55. There's 55. See what I mean? We've hardly got any pieces left on this sprue. So 55 and then 47, which is another bundle of cables, which is this one right here. So many cables on this. I'm sure. I wonder if there's more cables on Angron than Mortarion. Right, so let's get his arms ready and those weapons. And there's yet more cables. So 56 is his axe arm, along with 59. Oh, it's getting to that satisfying point where we have all the pieces off. 61 and 60. I like the chains, very God of War-esque. Who did it first? I don't know, but I like the chains around the arms and things. 61. That's what I was looking for. And then this, which looks like the front off one of those juggernauts. Maybe you could put this on the front of the juggernaut instead. I don't know. So there's that. And then, of course, the axe itself. 62, 63. So this is his sword arm. Okay. You'll need 65 cabling, which is here. And also need the axe itself. It's a massive axe. Huge. It's just really thick and strong. So that's the axe. And the sword, again, is huge. How big that sword is. Great. Of all the things to hit on my desk. Right, 64, this thing. Oh yeah, there's always going to be dad jokes, I think. Right, 64. And then we've got the cable for 65. That's the sword arm done. That's the axe arm done. And then those two whatever. There's some more cables coming up though. 68 and 67. So the last two pieces on there will go on there, and then we've got the this scenic base thing to go on. We might as well just clip this scenic base off. It's an alright scenic base, you know, don't get me wrong, but if I have to choose between skulls and nurglings, well, yeah, it's easily going to be nurglings, isn't it? Yeah, let's not do too much with the scenic base. At least take this off. That's where his feet go on, I think. So not many pieces left on the old sprues. Right, let's get these weapons out of the way. Super is getting very hungry indeed. But I must continue. The Nurgling set. Oh, what, the standalone Nurglings? Yeah, there's loads of mold lines on the Nurglings. Oh, I would like a Maggotkin army. You just reminded me. Okay, let's just put these cables on before we continue. Because they attach to his wings, sort of. So let's just put this one on. So this wing right here will go to, wow, will it really go to there? No way. And it goes, what? So it goes, okay, well, you asked for it, it goes there. And then this one, I have no idea. I think just goes the opposite route. Strange that he's got cables like plugging into his power plant and his wings. That is a bit sus. Let's do that anyway. Let's pop these on. Very awkward. So awkward, this. Okay, we'll put you under there. Wow. Houston, we are go. Right. Oh. Honestly, getting this into this hole is like, it's like the story of my life. Come on. I think that's as tight as fit as it's going to be, so let's just work with that. Okay, that's that done. Let's, yeah, as I say, work on these arms. Let's get all these arms cleared. Not sure I'm going to finish it. I want to. Really depends how quick we get these arms done now. I feel like I'm speed running though. I don't want to be speed running this. I mean, Horus Ascended, easily going to finish him in the next 3 hour stream. Easily. I might do a stream on Monday. We'll see. Just to finish Horus off. Again. Right. How I treat myself to the Maggot King after Lumineth, Soulblight and Ossiarch reviews. Well, Ossiarch, I didn't even get the Battle Tome for Ossiarch, and I only really got the 1 box set, so Ossiarch, I don't think Ossiarch count. You could replace Ossiarch with Gloomspite though. Happy for you to do that. Yep. I just am filled with this huge sense of appreciation for everyone that's been waiting for Lumineth reviews. The patience is on another level. How does one tell an 8-bound from an exalted 8-bound? They're wearing any shoes? It's their weapons, really. They carry different weapons. Slightly different weapons. They're wearing less? Yeah, they're wearing less. Quite a straightforward answer from me. You'll only find exalted 8-bound in a unit of 3. Whereas an 8-bound, you might see them in a unit of 6. They both have the same number of saves. Exalted have 1 better weapon skill. They can pump out a lot of attacks, don't get me wrong, but I don't know, for the same points and things, I'd much rather have Khorne Berserkers. I think it's criminal that they can only be in a unit of 10. Why can they only be in a unit 10? Why? They need to be in a unit of 20. Imagine 20 of them. Oh. That would be so cool. Yeah, they've done them dirty, really, in that codex. It needs to be 20. We need some demon engines as well. We need some more Khorne demon engines. I'm expecting like some kind of rage-fueled mechanical spider with a really big gaping mouth that's filled with chainswords. I mean, that's where my, you know, imagination comes into play. But Games Workshop are like, yeah, here's a predator. Yeah. Oh, thanks, Games Workshop. Thanks for that predator that you don't even put a picture of in the codex. Wow, thanks. Just give me your codex, guys. I can Google a picture of a predator tank. Hell, I could even probably Photoshop one from your game store and put some nice background on it. And it'll only cost you a predator tank, you know, how about that? I don't know, I'm being picky, but I think there should be pictures of units in a codex. They started this trend off with the Imperial Armor book. Oh, here comes the rage again. Here comes Angry Ron. No, they started this off by putting no pictures as the little thumbnails. And it's almost like, right, great. So it's just a book of text. Brilliant. Okay. Would have been nice just to have like a little picture. Like I'm not asking for a John Blanche masterpiece, Forge World. You know, just a little picture of the unit would be the bare minimum, please. Sorry, I'm being a bit brutal today, but I am building Angron. He's not really subtle, is he, this chap? Anyway. Waffles, just why stop there? Just put everything on massive bases. Like, why? Just put everything on massive bases. You have the corn mower. The corn mower? What? The corn mower for the cornflakes. I don't like the Khorne Lord of Skulls. Sorry, guys, but I'd rather take a Tesseract Vault over a Lord of Skulls. I still would like a Tesseract Vault. My Patreon is down below. I would love a Tesseract Vault at some point. I can't decide which one. The thing is with Necrons, right, is they have too many Lord of Wars. At least with World Eaters, you know what you're getting yourself into. There's only two Lord of Wars. There's the Lord of Skulls, which the clue's in the name there, and Angron. That's it. Two Lord of Wars. With Necrons, it's like, oh, Silent King. Oh, this Tesseract Vault. Oh, Monolith. What? Where'd that come from? Hang on a minute. Wait. So silly. Fair enough. Are you getting Brass Scorpions, Super? Oh. First Lego Rivendell. Now Brass Scorpions. I will get the Brass Scorpion one day. I'm waiting for more price hikes. I'm waiting for a year-on-year 6% price hike every year for 10 years. So I end up spending more than half on a Brass Scorpion than it was originally. Could they have not made a mini Brass Scorpion in plastic? I mean, they're a multi-billion-dollar company. I was going to say pound company then. Surely they can. If they can build gits on big wolves, right, I'm pretty sure they can make plastic spiders. Plastic Khorne Demon Engine spiders. Exactly, Sampler. Exactly. I've got too many watches. Too many watches, too many knives. I've actually moved the knife collection around today. That can only mean one thing. It means I'm getting ready to buy a new knife. I wonder if there's like one person still left on the channel waiting for me to review a knife. I don't know, I actually ended up with a nice rapport with Heine Haynes in the end. Nice people. It's just knives have gone up as well, like if anybody was interested in picking up knives, the cost of knives are quite a lot. Okay, so this is a piece that I thought I'd have some issues with, but it's not too bad. I'm just making a big deal about this at the moment. Right, so that's that. We'll finish this. That's good to go. The cable and then the axe, and then we might just shave this off as well while we're here. I know I've missed this piece right here. Yep. Okay. Any idea? Any idea? Any idea? Any idea if you can? Yeah, I can. Yeah, I'd love to. Yeah. I got to building the second War Master, but then it kind of like fell off. Not the War Master, but just the content for Adeptus Titanicus. And then they released Plastic Horus Heresy. So I think I do quite well, you know, covering as many things as I do, daily content. I think that's pretty good. But yeah, I do plan on doing that. I do plan on showcasing more Adeptus Titanicus, of course. I'd love to. Aeronautica Imperialis, the only Aeronautica Imperialis, whatever, is the Thunderhawk, plastic Thunderhawk. They literally do make one now. Oh, where's my purity seals? Just, I think that's because of Khorne, isn't it? Khorne's done. It's Khorne's fault. Don't know where that attached to anyway. I can't remember. Oh, I know where it is. Yeah. So we just put that on there. Angron's going to start burning soon because he's near that. Yeah, Aeronautica, unless people like send me Aeronautica, that is not going to happen. I'm too invested in all of the other game systems and things. I think I've got everything I need for Titanicus now, though. So it's a possibility, maybe. But yeah, I've definitely completed my Titanicus collection. There's still a bit of content that I have that I'd like to release. Right. We've almost finished both of these arms, which is really good progress. Just got the axe to do, and then the sword, and then we can attach the arms on. We might not finish him. We might not finish him. We don't like the holes in the blade. Interesting. Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of holes in the blade, but then, yeah, they just work for me. they're my favourite. I like Benchmades too, you know, but they're quite pricey over here. More pricey than Spyderco's actually. That's the thing for knives, like Americans have got it so good, so cheap over there. Even though they're all made from, you know, you'll get them from similar places like Taiwan and some from China and right. This axe and the sword. You'd only buy a Ukrainian knife. What make is that then? Tell us, what make is it? I'd be interested to have a look. Just bought Titanicus starter set. Doesn't seem to be much terrain. No, there isn't much terrain at all in the starter set. Yeah, I think you should get some. Yeah, I do. If you really like the minis and you're going to be playing games with it, there are some terrain sets out there, and I think you can like print your own, and also there's a few other places that make them and sell them. So yeah, I think it's worth picking some up. Unfortunately, I think Forge World got rid of a lot of their terrain sets and boards and things, which is so, yeah, frustrating. They got rid of it so quick. They even had like a little train with cargo crates and things, like little Unitorium crates. That was so cool. I was at one of the Warhammer events. Oh, nice one. No, I haven't missed anything, Shipwrecker. You only miss things if you plan to get them and then you don't get them. So you're wrong there, unfortunately. You think Epic may be coming back? Interesting. Well, it's certainly the same scale, isn't it, with the Adeptus Titanicus and, you know, Aeronautica. They're the same scale, aren't they? So they would work very well. It would be cool. I wonder if, I mean, Aeronautica is, you know, 40k. Titanicus is Horus Heresy. It would be nice if they then both got, they then flipped, so they both have units and things from the different eras. I wonder what they would do ground force wise, whether they'd start with 40k or they'd go straight in with Horus Heresy. I'm kind of leaning to say that they go with Horus Heresy, so have like a mini Land Raider or something, or mini Spartan. I wonder what they'd do for troops as well. Have like a little collection of troops or something. You just threw out a suggestion for a country. Oh, right, okay. Well, I don't know much about that then. So it's odd that you'd say that and then cover it like that. That's a bit odd. If you're going to say that, like say a company that makes knives in Ukraine rather than just a Ukrainian knife, because I don't know where to start, like in terms of that. And it sounds like you don't either. If you're just going to say a country that might make something or might not make something, I don't know. It's odd. No, yeah, you've covered yourself there again at the end. Industrial terrain kit is great from Adeptus Titanicus. Yeah, cool, that's nice. Thinking of getting Titanicus Loyalist. Yeah, they're very good for the lore and the looks. I've got obviously I've got them both, and I've you know, done some first looks of them. So yeah, it's worth picking them up just for colour schemes and things, and the lore. Yeah, They're nice books if you can get them at a good price somewhere. I don't know if third-party sellers still sell them, but that's certainly where I got mine from, at a bit of a discount and things. Yeah. Oh, well, that sounds good then. Yeah, that sounds very good. If that's going to be the thing. Yeah, it might be worth like posting these questions and things in the Discord server. Like, I do have a Discord server. There's probably find a few people that can help with Titanicus terrain and things, or can signpost better than me, at least. Yeah, I've just figured out that I'm not going to finish Angron tonight. I blame myself for talking so much of it, but I will finish his arms, and I'll have a go at the base, all the extra bits and pieces. I almost got there. I think if I wasn't live streaming, I would be able to finish him, but I'll probably finish him tomorrow at some point. It's just yeah, 3 hours. Didn't take a break. Just very conscious of what I'm doing tomorrow as well. So, but it's been a very enjoyable stream. A lot of rage at the start, a lot of rants. I salute you if you've stayed all this time. Hope you've enjoyed it. Hope you enjoyed me building Angron, my second ever Daemon Primarch. It's been fun. Would I ever get Magnus? I don't know. I'm just not a big fan of the old Thousand Sun models, that's the thing. Whereas I do like the Khorne Berserkers and the Juggernaut. Okay, right, so let's put his arms together. Let's give him a hand. Oh, yeah, that was the right way. But it's just a bit further up. Oh yeah, I should really have put the Discord at the start. Don't worry, I'll find a link in a second. Don't you worry, just hold fire. Hang on. Let me just get that up. Sorry guys. Let's find that. Where do I put it? I always like... Here it is. Got to remember that I'm like kind of watching my own live stream, not on a PC or a computer actually. It's a bit strange, but okay, here we go. By the power of technology, we can then... I've pinned it anyway, so it's there, so you can join. It's all free, obviously, and you know, why would I charge for it? I mean, why would I charge for you to be part of the YouTube community on Discord? I mean, there shouldn't be a paywall for that. Some people think there should be, but not me. What, am I really going to be charging people to talk to each other? Okay. Right, so that's the that done, and then I know I've got to clean up the sword. I know. I'm not forgetting. Don't you worry. Cabling and this vambrace. I got it right, guys. I got it right. Okay, right. So we'll put that on there. That goes together quite nicely. And the cabling. Ah, it's a nice fit too. Well, it was a nice fit before I put glue on it. He is almost done. He is almost done. He's so close. I won't be able to finish him before 10 though. I tried. I did try. Yeah, we'll just clean this up. Yeah, no charge. Like this video, and like all the daily content. There are other YouTubers that do charge. Oh. The thing is, if I did, I'm never going to, but if I did charge, all the money would just go straight to the moderators. Just need Maxim's bank card details, and then bank account details, and then it just goes straight into his bank account. So if you want to help Maxim out, kind of want to take a few of these pieces off as well, because we sort of do have time to do a few of these things. That's, wow, no way is that a shoulder pauldron, that's huge. I thought you might like that, Maxim. Like, why would it go to my bank account? Why? I mean, I don't moderate it. I'll put a funny GIF in there now and again, or a meme, but you do the real work, my friend. Okay. Right. Okay. Thousand messages equals one Rivendell. What, is in messages through Discord or messages on a video? 1,000 likes. Yeah, 1,000 likes. We get the Rivendell. Every time I show that rogue idol, though, I really do think I need to review him. He's certainly a labour of love. I'll just call him Korg, because he's just a pile of rocks. Bonjour. Yeah, it would. It would. It would indeed help. What are the chances? Okay. Russell, you always join, unless you've been here for a while, you always join like towards the end of the live stream. I swear by it. It's all right. It's if people have missed anything, they can always rewatch this. It's just in the live Warhammer Live playlist. Where you can rewatch my rants over and over again. Or you could just have it on while you're building some models and things, I guess. Or painting. I did say my new resolution was to paint more. And so far I think I'm doing a fantastic job. Much like everybody that started going to the gym last month. I bet everyone's still going to the gym. Speak French, please. Moi, parle le français? Non. You're on the Honey Haynes website now? Yeah, there is a UK PK. There's a Honey Haynes UK friendly knife that I would like to pick up. It's got I think it's just got G10 scales though, but it's red. I like it. I do like it, but I weigh everything up in like new releases now, and getting models for content for the channel. So, and that would probably come out of that budget, really, like hobby budget, knife budget. I can't have a budget for everything. Like my knife budget would probably be the same. It'd probably be my hobby budget. Knife collecting is a hobby, I think. So people say. So is collecting pictures of drain caps. I don't know. Can anything be a hobby nowadays? Can breathing be a hobby? It's quite a cheap hobby, isn't it, that one? Moaning about Games Workshop and 412 prices. I think that's an up and coming hobby, I think. Especially, I don't know, I think sort of March time, that will probably come into full swing. A Warlord Titan is £3,000 now. What? I remember back in the day when they were only 900. Okay, that's the sword. I think I'm kind of happy with that. It being plastic though, it's a plastic sword. It's as blunt as a piece of Lego. I don't know. It's never going to be as thin or as sharp as a resin sword, is it? But still, it's all right. It's an all right sword. It's okay. Just the paint. I think the paint scheme. I think you need to have a nice paint scheme in mind. Well, at least we won't leave Angron armless this evening. We will have put some arms on him. Oops, I've gone too far. Gone too far. Okay, right, let's put this cable in. Should go in this way. Yes. Good. And then we'll, yeah, as I say, we'll put his arms on. They sort of make the weapons and put his arms on in one page. It's a bit disorientating, but let's put his axe arm on, which looks very chonky. One word for this model is definitely chonky. He is a chonky boy. That goes in quite nicely. Looks all right, don't get me wrong. But it kind of makes me wonder what he would look like in resin. I said this before, I said this in the unboxing today. I think Kabanda would be a good option. The thing about this Angron though is he looks like Angron with the butcher's nails and things, whereas Kabanda just looks like a big bloodthirster. Don't get me wrong, I like Kabanda, but yeah. And that all fits together very nicely. New French name, President. Oh dear. Oh, thank you, Angel. Oh, I appreciate that. I love your comments equally. Thank you so much. I will keep up the good work. You've got a lot of amazing content coming out this week, I'll tell you that. Tomorrow it kicks off with oh, hang on, let me just put this on. Oh, this is like his little, oh, it protects his neck. I mean, it does need protecting. Oh, it's his little bonnet. Where does this actually go anyway? This looks silly. Right, so I don't get this. What is this piece? What is that piece? I don't know. And then this looks quite cool though. Is this optional? I like him with his chest bare though. That looks awesome. They put all that detail and things. Let's just put his chest thing on first. There's so many things I've got left to do on this model, like cleanup wise. It's untrue, but we've got like 5 minutes. But thank you everyone that's been throughout this whole live stream. You did it, you survived my angry live stream. Probably the most angry I've been in the live stream. Not because this model is not very good, but just because it's Angron. There you go. So he's got some armor. I mean, that's what gives him his 4+ invulnerable, I guess. And then we've got his teeth hood, which just it's better to put the chest piece thing on first, I would say. And then just splurge some glue in there all over, and definitely on these side panels. And the more and more I'm getting the high score on this Buckaroo miniature, the harder and harder the difficulty level for painting him is going up. So just bear that in mind if you're building yours. It's going to be very, very difficult to get in there and paint all that stuff, unless you've got an airbrush. Oh, sorry, the stream froze because I've been live streaming for far too long. Right, I think that's a good time to leave it there. We've got a load more pieces still to put on. I say a load more. It's mainly like an icon thing that goes on the top of his little bonnet. Some more cabling, the shoulder pauldrons that have a load of leather ribbons and things on, and the base. The base only consists of 8 parts in total, but yeah, there's probably going to be some mod lines on those skulls and things, and then he's pretty much done. But you know, other than the icon and things, we've done quite a good job this evening in these sort of 3 hours or so. So I will finish him kind of off camera, but because I've almost finished him, you'll get the review for him quite quickly. I'm not going to I still will have to build the 8-bound and the Invocatus before I review him, because I'd rather not review him just as he is. But yeah, we got a good completion rate there. That's him next to Bellicor. Just for size's sake. That's Bellicor's wibbly wobbly sword. Sword wise, can we have a sword off? Bellicor's is a tiny bit longer, but Angron's has the girth, and also Angron has, instead of the Hand of Doom, Angron has an actual massive axe, which is almost as big as Bellicor. So that's where he stands. Oh, could you put Angron on Bellicor's base? It's a bit naughty. Probably more reverse style. Okay, reverse style, like he's climbing up. Maybe with a bit of conversion, that would be quite cool. Maybe you could put him on that base. Certainly more impressive, isn't it? And that's just Super's like 10 seconds of alternate mods there. But yeah, compared to Bellicor when he's on his base, they're going to be very similar size. Angron is definitely thicker, girthier. The wings, I don't know, the wings just don't look like they've got a lot of detail. I have to say, it looks like Bellicor's wings have more detail. These wings sort of remind me of Archaon's as well, which is a bit of a shame, you know. But yeah, what can you do with wings in plastic, really? In the comparisons in the review videos, of course, I'll compare him to Mortarion. I can't compare him to Magnus, but yeah. Yeah, thank you so much for all your comments. Buy another Bellicor for the base. Thank you all so much for your comments. Thank you for joining me this evening. I've had a lot of fun in this stream building him. As I say, I will be streaming ad hoc next week because I've got some time off, and it will probably be to complete Horus Ascended, because I don't want to complete that off camera. And then I'll be hurriedly building the other World Eaters. Yeah, hope you enjoy all the content. But thank you so much again, everyone. Thanks, Maxim, for everything that you do in the background, and thanks, Kriegsman, as well. All right, well, have a good evening and rest of your weekend, and I'll probably catch you on the next live stream. Thanks so much for joining me today. Thank you for watching. The Emperor protects.